Hi, we're going to make some root vegetable, hot root vegetable soup. It's a really cold day in England over here. One of my surprising things I like to put in it is that it's called vegan block. It's totally organic. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm vegan. I'm also a raw vegan as well. Not all the time, not when it's cold in England. I'm a cold person, I need heat. But this is made out of shea butter, that's why it's solid and lovely. Coconut, rapeseed and almond oil. That's what it looks like. It looks just like butter, and it just gives everything such a lovely flavour. The other thing I'm going to put in it, to sweat it, is some cinnamon. I've just broken some cinnamon bark here. I'll just show it you, because all cinnamon isn't the same. Most of the cinnamon you get in supermarkets, you'll find, is a lot darker than this, and that's not the cinnamon you want. That has too much coumarin in it. What you want is Ceylon cinnamon. This is much paler, has a much nicer scent to it. It doesn't have as much coumarin, so you can quite safely have, I think it's up to two teaspoons a day without any harm. To that, I've also added some fresh nutmeg. So first of all, I'm just going to cut some of this delicious butter. So I'm going to cut 25 grams of butter, vegan butter, and there's no, it's just so nice, it's just the oils, and that goes in the pan. I've already prepared 900 grams of vegetables. Now you can have, you can have them in whatever quantities that you like. My daughter doesn't like a lot of swede, so I've got about 2/3 carrots to a third swede and turnip. They should just be really nice and hearty. I'm going to put some miso in. Now miso is really good for the gut because it's fermented soybean. I always actually know this one's fermented brown rice. Really nice. And I'm also going to put a little bit of tamari sauce. Tamari is wonderful for bringing out savoury flavours. And because I'm a vegan, I'll never be without my vitamin B, not just B12, but the whole group of vitamin B that you get in nutritional use plates. I'm really fortunate because all I have to do, I have a wonderful VitaMix mixer that I've had for absolutely donkey's years, never broken. It's a lifetime investment. That was expensive, but well worth it. The other thing about VitaMix, it has such a powerful motor, that it doesn't, you don't need to cook things for very long. So as I'm just letting that just melt, I'm going to add to that the onion. So I've just got one, and here I've got a brown onion. I'll put the brown onion in. Brown onion. I'll put the recipe on my website. One brown onion. I'm also going to mix in all the carrots and the swede and the turnip, because I want it all coated in that delicious butter. I'll also want to put the cinnamon in it as well. And I'm going to add a little bit of fresh red chilli. Not a lot, just a small amount, just to give it a slightly bit of warmth. Okay, so all that goes in. I'm just going to get the spoon and I'm just going to coat all that. And then let it sweat for about 5 minutes. Then I'll add the hot water and I will cook it for no longer than 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. That's all it takes when you're using the VitaMix. You don't need to overcook anything. So all that's nicely coated now. It's looking all deliciously buttery. There we go. And I've got some fresh ground black pepper to put in later, some fresh nutmeg, which are great. And it's wonderful as you grate nutmeg, it gives a lovely aroma as the oils release. And I've got some pink Himalayan salt to savour it. So I'm just going to put the lid on that pan. It's sweated, they're nice and soft. Okay, now what we're going to add is a teaspoon of miso. And nicer. A teaspoon of salt. That's a half teaspoon, it's like 2 of those. And a teaspoon of, I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of a dessert spoonful basically of tamari. It needs 2 of those. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add the water. I'm going to turn the heat up now. I'm going to let this cook. There we go. I'm just going to let that cook now though. This has been cooking for just over 5 minutes. The vegetables are not soft, which you don't want them to be. I'm now going to, of course, put them into the VitaMix. Oh, just before I do that, I'm just going to add the nutmeg. I have tasted it earlier on. To that, I'll just put a little bit of black pepper. And then what I'll also do with the VitaMix, I'll add a tablespoon of nutritional yeast flakes. And I've filled it in. So I've only got my cup. I'm going to have to take the cinnamon sticks out. There we go. Like I say, I've had my VitaMix about 20 years now. This will be so noisy when I put it on, but it should blend in so quickly. There you have deliciously smooth soup, well blended soup. The other wonderful thing about VitaMix is because it's so powerful, the engine, if you leave it on long enough, it can actually heat your food up for you without you having to cook it. So that can also be a great bonus if you want to have like raw food that's not cooked but warm. It depends if you like the flavour of some all raw foods. But this is nice and warming. I'm just going to put it into this bowl. I don't know if you can see it. There we go.